So they link up in this Spurs side that shows changes from the team beaten by Aston Villa in midweek. Peter Taylor is injured, Ian Moores is out, John Duncan comes back to the attack, and Neil McNabb, so good last season, gets a recall to the midfield. But Chelsea will have a good English answer in midfield to Tottenham today. Ray Wilkins, their captain. What a battle it's going to be with Ardilles for midfield supremacy this afternoon. Ray leads this Chelsea side. It's the one that gained a fine victory at Wolverhampton in midweek when Tommy Langley scored the only goal. Manager Ken Shellito was able to name this side after defender Gary Locke recovered from an ankle injury. The referee today is Tom Bune of Sussex, and after all the waiting, the crowd was beginning to gather around about breakfast time today. It's time for some action. So the Argentinians go into action here at White Hart Lane, and it's Chelsea in a change strip of yellow shirts with green shorts and yellow socks who are attacking the goal to our right. And Danes need to be getting there fairly quickly. We apologise if there's something of a clash if you're watching in black and white. Spurs in the slightly darker shorts and the slightly whiter shirts. And Hoddle spraying this ball to Villar straight away, but not into the path of McNabb. And Wilkins can pick it up and fling a long one out there towards Walker. Last occasion these two sides met was 1975 when Chelsea were on their way down to the second division. A really crucial battle here when Ray Wilkins, in fact, skipper Chelsea. He'd just been made skipper at that time at the age of 18, and what an influence he's had on that club since then. On this side, Perryman spotting Hoddle over there. Villar after this one. And Steve Wicks was taking no chances with that. Now Ardilles. Villar. Oh, good play by Villar. Ardilles. Oh, a lovely combination here, and it's robbed for a goal! Duncan, the man who will be credited with it. The work undeniably, though, of the two Argentinians, and Spurs are in the lead. So the joy then for Tottenham, but how it was made by the two Argentinians. A lovely back heel there by Villar. Beautiful fleeting skills by Ardilles. And a cross that finished off with Duncan putting it beyond Bonetti. And the crowd are chanting Argentina, as you can probably hear. Well aware, the Spurs fans, that that is a major contribution by these two Argentinians who cost between them £700,000. A goal that was clearly made in Argentina and scored by John Duncan of Scotland and Tottenham. Oh, and now a chance maybe for Chelsea. It's into the net and put there by Ken Swain. What a reply by Chelsea. 1-1. A moment of hesitation, and the man who kept his head superbly there was Ken Swain. He took it beyond Barry Danes and into the roof of the net. 2 goals in a minute. And the score, Spurs 1, Chelsea 1. And Gorman and Hoddle. And behind Barry Danes behind them, and behind the ball at the moment are Wilkins, Stanley and Walker. One more man in the wall, Steve Perryman. Now, can they find a bender? Can they find a blaster? Can they find some way of beating Barry Danes? My word, they couldn't, but it was a tremendous shot by Stanley. Well saved by the Spurs goalkeeper. Now it's Armstrong on his way. And a free kick. And quite rightly given. Ray Wilkins seemed to be shoving at Armstrong there. But at the other end, what a very good shot it was by Gary Stanley, beautifully taken and expertly punched away by Barry Danes. A little lucky there. I don't think Glenn Hoddle meant that pass to find Gorman, but it went into the space and Gorman quickly filled it. Here's Ardilles. Hoddle again. McNabb. Duncan. Now, can he turn? Can he get a shot? Huddle, McAllister, McNabb, coming wide again for Gorman, in for Ardilles. Played in nicely there for Duncan. And a backheeler for Ardilles, just tucking it wide. But good combination. And Ardilles clearly beginning to find his feet on English soil. One or two things he's done this afternoon, and there he used that little bit of acceleration. It was a good, swift ground pass there for Duncan, played back out to him. He took it on, but nicked it just wide. It's now with Villiers, back for Gorman, and Gorman looking around to see what he can make of it. Instead, it's Duncan now. And now McNabb. And now Ardilles. Curling one, but curling it wide. Confidence really growing. This likeable Argentinian. Not at all shy about having a shot there. Villiers now for Tottenham to Ardilles. All played on beautifully by Ardilles for Villiers. Now can he turn and do something about it? Armstrong with a shot! And again the Argentinians have made it. And Jerry Armstrong will finish it off on the stroke of half-time. Two Tottenham goals, both made by these Argentinians. The first one finished off by Duncan, that one finished off by Armstrong. What a lovely ball played there by Ardilles, and how well it was played back also for Jerry Armstrong. And Armstrong hammered that into the roof of the net. So Villiers, who helped to lay on that goal, that puts Spurs into the lead. Are Chelsea coming back again, though? Langley, and a good save by Danes. Well, just as they did at the start of the game, they very nearly replied within a minute. That shot by Langley, well stopped by Barry Danes. It's a goal kick. Well, Tottenham are beginning to get some dividends from their £700,000 outlay. It was Villiers who scored the important goal at Nottingham last week, and between them Ardilles and Villiers have produced the two goals for Duncan and Armstrong for Tottenham today. So it's been Villiers who's had a very good first half, much better than the game against Aston Villa, and little Ardilles, who has looked so skillful, so sprightly, and so capable of pulling off the improbable, that has given Spurs that little bit of an edge in this first half against Chelsea. The way that Chelsea came back after the first goal, and indeed very nearly got another one after that second goal, they are not to be taken lightly. An offside there against Duncan. And indeed with the likes of Ray Wilkins to inspire them, on the ball at the moment for them. Chelsea have a lot to offer yet. Playing it almost casually there for Droy. Langley having a tussle with Lacey. Wilkins again, look at that beautiful ball. Played first time there for Locke. Here he is again. Played in first time, this time for Hay. And Locke again, curling in a good one to Swain once more, and that's another goal. 2-2. Within 2 minutes of the start of the second half, Chelsea have got back on terms, and I think Spurs will look around themselves and say that was a sloppy one to give away. As that long cross came looping in, Swain, really not severely challenged, was able to get up and then place it almost gently, it seemed, wide of Barry Danes. And Spurs 2, Chelsea 2. Ardilles didn't get a touch on that. But Wilkins has here. And what a ball. It looked like handball, though, by Walker, and indeed it was. Again, a superb ball, though, played by Wilkins. Very nearly caught Tottenham out. But it was a handball by Clive Walker. Wilkins. Towards Langley, but played back by Gorman. Oh, my word, what a mistake by the Spurs number 3, and it very nearly cost Tottenham another goal. Ardilles. It does look exciting when he gets on the move, does Ardilles. It's Hoddle, he looks pretty useful too, and there's a little chip just over. The sign of things to come, really, for the Tottenham fans. Combination of Ardilles and Hoddle there, because Ardilles, when he really gets on the move, those little strides of his and the beautiful skills, and then the pass to Hoddle and the chip that was just too high. Harris to Wilkins. Beautiful skill there, played with the outside of the boot, but just nicked off a Tottenham player. Here's Wilkins again. There's another pass, inch perfect again. What a brilliant game. And Locke turning it in once more. Perryman away to Villa. McNabb, game opening up beautifully at this phase. Hoddle played in again for Neil McNabb, but Wicks is there, given away to Ardilles. Played for Villa. Ardilles supporting him. And played for McNabb. Oh, what a beautiful bit of skill. Well, McNabb has contributed greatly to this game as well, and Villa was aware that the midfield man was coming into a striking position. The ball wasn't played all that kindly, in fact, towards McNabb, but beautiful skills enabled him to get a good shot in, and that wasn't far off the mark. Villa, in fact, challenging Droy in the air and winning. McNabb trying to get Hoddle on his way, and Hoddle hitting it first time, looking up, spotting Armstrong. Now, can Armstrong get in there? Stanley, no. And Duncan brought down. Price from the die-hard Tottenham fans for a penalty, but it was never on. It didn't even cross Mr. Mune's mind. But Spurs now get a corner, which Ardilles will take. Played short here for Hoddle. Hit in first time, not with great accuracy. McAllister now for Gorman. Armstrong. Oh, that was hit in with considerable power until Wicks got in the way. Armstrong again. Chipped in this time. That was a good piece of play there. Villa. Oh, my word, he hit that well. And a beautiful save by Bonetti from Duncan. First point about that was Villa's crashing shot. And then when it came to Duncan, a beautiful piece of goalkeeping by Peter Bonetti. Ardilles with the Tottenham corner. Again, not a very good one. Hit straight at Ray Wilkins. Langley getting past McNabb. McNabb's after him. No foul. Wilkins again. Mark that one down. That's the first ball that he's wasted, I think, in the game so far. And we've only been going something like 65, 68 minutes. It's with Perryman. Now it's with Hoddle. In a game that is beautifully balanced and means a lot to both sides. The old pride of a local derby, but a chance for Chelsea really to get off to a good start, and Spurs to do something after that defeat by Villa, and Duncan very nearly did it. An amazing player, John Duncan. He's really not everybody's favourite, but he has this priceless knack of scoring goals. Got the first one for Tottenham today, and a man who is ever on the lookout to add to his score. Lacey, a big long header, but that'll be Benetti's. Duncan, Ardilles, and Armstrong. Nice ball play there by Ardilles. They play some delightful first-time balls, just as Walker did there. For Stanley. Look at the pace of this midfield man. And look at the shot and the save. That was all about pace and determination there by Gary Stanley. And with a beautiful, powerful shot at the end, which Danes did well to parry. Gorman to Duncan. Gorman again. Called for an accurate ball to McAllister and got it. Ardilles making himself available there, covering a lot of ground now. Here's Hoddle. McNabb trying to get a 1-2 going. It's Villa, no, it's Ardilles. And Wilkins beating him. I think Ardilles tried a little dive there, but the referee wasn't going to be fooled by that. And here's the Chelsea captain. Beautifully played inside again for Hay. Swain away on the right. Walker here going through the centre, and on the left we have Tommy Langley for Chelsea. Wow, a great save again. A great strike too by Langley. And the shots are raining in at both ends now. Langley with that one, that would have crept just inside the post, and Danes pushing it away. So a Chelsea corner. Stanley with it, floated deep, no chances there taken, a fist away by Danes, and then Duncan woofing it away. Cancellito on the left there, the good young Chelsea manager, will be delighted, I would have thought, with a point, but more with the way his side have fought here today and played. There's Wilkins. Langley wanting it back again and getting it. Played there to Swain. Oh, and that was the easiest chance of the two he'd had already, and he tucked into the back of the net. That was open goal time, really, as Wilkins found him with a devastating cross. And Kenny Swain, the man on a hat-trick, screwed it wide. And Spurs were saved. In fact, it was offside, it wouldn't have counted. Duncan playing it for Villa. He's dying to get a shot in. And he has! Oh, my word, and he nearly scored. Well, that was a real bit of skill there from Ricardo Villa. Looking for the chance to give himself a yard of space and a sight on goal. He found it, and he found the shot. Narrowly wide of that Chelsea post. And one stupid person on the field, chased by a policeman. But in fact, the whistle has gone, and the chase goes on. The referee, Tom Bune, has called it a day. In fact, a couple of seconds early. Well, Ardilles shone today in helping to make those two Tottenham goals. Villa also shone today in helping to make those two Tottenham goals. But with respect to them, I think it was Ray Wilkins, the man who really was above them all, the Chelsea captain who inspired his team and more than deserved to run away there, number 8, the two number 8s together, that Ray Wilkins engineered that point for Chelsea with a superb display of captaincy and midfield play.